Hey everybody, I'm here to do a video just to show you guys some of my favorite horror remakes. I got a couple of them right here, so I'm going to go ahead and start with number 5 being Dawn of the Dead. So we all know what Dawn of the Dead is. You know, a group of survivors during a zombie apocalypse get caught up inside of a mall and they're just trying to stay alive. And zombies end up getting inside the mall, so it forces them to have to leave, and they built this like super armored van. So they go outside, and they're on their way to a boat dock. So I thought it was very awesome. One of my favorite remakes. I love the fact that Zack Snyder was behind this. I know he's went on to do some bigger films such as Man of Steel, 300, Watchmen, just films like that. Well, I would love to see him do another horror film, but I think he's kind of done with doing horror films, at least for now. He's making these other huge films. So, but I thought it was very, very well done, very well written, and it stayed true to the original, if not making it a little bit better. I know that I'm probably going to get a lot of people hating me because I've said, that the remake is a little bit better. But, I mean, by better I mean, the zombies, and we all know in the original Dawn of the Dead, the zombies were, barely walking, like, and these were, like, super, like, more realistic zombies, which I mean that is what I thought was better. And and then there was a couple more scenes that was put into this one that I thought was just awesome. So going ahead with number 4 being the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, yet again I think was another great remake. I think it was, the cast was really good. I was kind of skeptical at first with Jessica Biel being the lead. I wasn't the biggest fan of Jessica Biel. After seeing some of her previous things, this film came out in 2003, and this was her, and she was in Seventh Heaven, the TV show. She was in I'll Be Home for Christmas, and I don't know, some of her like previous things before this one, I just didn't really care for her that much. I didn't think, she was all that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think she's a very, very gorgeous woman, but as far as an actress goes, she just doesn't cut it for me, especially in horror films. But surprisingly, I loved her in this movie. She kicked ass in this movie. And Leatherface was kick ass. I think that they got a great person to play Leatherface, a little bit more realistic looking, and it was just a great remake. A lot, and it was a lot more brutal too, in my opinion, I think. But I'm gonna say that the original was a lot more like grimy, if anybody knows what I mean when I say that. And this one was just more gory, but it was still a great film. So with that, number 3, Friday the 13th, which is actually directed by the same guy that directed the 2003 remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Marcus Nispel. A lot of people did not like the Friday the 13th remake, but me, being a huge Friday the 13th fan, I'm down with anything Jason. Anything Jason, I'm there, I'm watching it. And Derek Mears is the guy that played Jason Voorhees, and I've actually met him. And he's such an awesome guy, and you would not expect him to play some kind of character like Jason Voorhees. Like in person when you meet him, he's just like a big old cuddle bear, but on camera he's a fucking monster. And this one was a lot different from the original, because we have the original, as we all know, in Friday the 13th, the original film was actually not Jason Voorhees killing, it was his mother, which in the beginning of this one they show the girl getting away and killing Jason's mother, and then Jason goes and grabs the machete, and then it starts off, a bunch of 20-something-year-old friends go to this guy's parents' cabin in the woods, and they're not too far from Crystal Lake, and they enter Jason's territory, and then we all know what happens after that. But like I said, a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it. And I think another reason is with me being such a big Friday the 13th fan, I was bound to like it anyways. But I thought it was excellent. So coming at number 2 here is The Hills Have Eyes. So I actually saw this film before I saw the original. So when this one came out, I went back and I watched the original, The Hills Have Eyes, and it was different. They updated the I don't even know what to call them, the creatures or mutation people, I don't know, but it did kind of stay with the original, but obviously just much more updated and more gore, more violence. And what I really like the most about this remake was when Doug, the father, went to get his baby back, and he was just completely going in there kicking ass. I loved those scenes when he was just fighting and just going to get his baby back, and it just shows just how much a person is willing to endure and go through just to get their baby or anybody that they love back. So I really like that. And so they get trapped in the desert, and we all know the hills have eyes, they're being watched, and and I think it was kind of cool because, like, I can't really remember the original on the top of my head. It's been a while since I've seen it, but the mutation is caused by a bomb that went off in the desert, and it sent them into hiding, and that's how they got deformed and everything. So they changed that a little bit, but I thought it was a great remake. Coming in at number 1 is The Evil Dead. Yet again, I know a lot of people was unhappy to hear about them remaking Evil Dead, and I've expressed my thoughts on remakes. It's bound to happen. Hollywood is bound to happen to remake every single horror film or any film that they can get their hands on. If they can get their hands on it, they're going to remake it. It's just how it is. We're in a new generation. They're going to remake films. So, and a lot of people was unhappy that Bruce Campbell wasn't coming back. There was going to be no Ash. There's going to be this, there's going to be that. But it actually ended up being a very, very well done remake. And they got this new director, Fede Alvarez, posted this short film on the internet. It ended up getting huge, which landed his job in directing the remake of Evil Dead. So, and a lot of the reason why Bruce Campbell didn't come back and they did not do a cash character or anything like that. It's because they didn't want to put a young actor in that kind of that kind of predicament to be the next Ash. They didn't want to do that to anybody because, as we all know, Bruce Campbell is Ash. You can't replace him. Even though they are making remakes and everything, you can't replace the original. So, but this actually ended up doing great in box office, and critics liked it, the people liked it, everybody liked it. It was very gory and very awesome. So you got these group of teenagers, well, they're not really teenagers, they're 20-something-year-olds, going to this isolated cabin in the woods, and this chick is coming off of some kind of drug. I think it's meth, or it was some kind of big drug, and she starts, having withdrawals, and everybody just thinks it's normal. She's just having withdrawals, she's just sick, but it ends up that what she's saying is true. The trees start coming alive, and they get inside her and possess her, and she starts possessing all the other ones, and they have to end up killing each other, and it's just a total chaotic mess during the film. And I thought it was excellent. I thought it was awesome. And Sam Raimi came back, produced it, helped with it, which I thought was awesome, because it just showed that much more that they were actually trying to make a good remake, instead of just lending it to somebody and saying, well, here you go, you can do whatever you want with it. No, he actually wanted to be a part of it to make sure that they didn't fuck it up, or fuck it up completely. But like I said, I thought it was a great remake. I think all these are great remakes. And comment on this video. Let me know what you guys think about it. Let me hear some of your guys' thoughts and opinions on some of your favorite remakes. And thanks for watching, guys.